Good afternoon, Eamon from Ashdown Farm here in Listonbull, just outside this beautiful palace, the Akshar, or something like that it's pronounced. It was built in the middle of the 18th century. I'm after having a visit in it, and it's absolutely huge, magnificent. We're three different parts of it. Where we say the head of state lived, and where he conducted his business and all his living quarters, and then we're in the place where all his staff and aide de camps and all that was there. So now we're outside on the grounds. As you see, it's on the shores of the sea, and such a beautiful place to have such a magnificent palace, and was built in the 18th century. It is unbelievable big. We walked along one corridor from one place to another, and it is 80 meters long. Have you seen the furniture and the carpets and the chandeliers? All the chandeliers was made in England. Seemed at that time Britain and England was very good at doing all that glass work. There's furniture from all over the world. There's paintings from all over the world as well, and there's a couple very famous Russian artists has paintings there as well. It's an unbelievable, magnificent building, and thinking back at that time, how poor the world was and how poor Turkey was, and they could have the wealth and the money to build this wonderful building. And I suppose on the positive of it created huge employment. There was probably employment for men for years building this building, and then you have to consider the amount of staff that was employed, cleaning it, maintaining it, heating it, and looking after the people that lived there. So it was probably a very, very good employer, where you'd say it represented that extremely wealthy people and that power, and it shouldn't be allowed. But on the other hand, it was an employer as well, and gave people, I'm not sure, a good standard of living, but a standard of living maybe as good as anywhere and at that particular time. The world has changed a good bit since that, but just look at those beautiful gates. This is where the important guests from overseas, visitors like presidents and prime ministers, and the boats would pull up there and disembark and enter the palace through those gates, up those steps and up into those doors up there, and that's where they'd go into one of the main halls. There's various different gates along for various different types of dignitaries. The more higher you were, you went into the palace down here further, and the less important you were, you got up in there, and that's into the quarters where the wife lived and their children and all that. It was very much divided from the women and the men and the people. There was the head of state and the staff. It was very, very much 2 or 3 tier system. All you do is just look up at that fabulous building. But that's what I'm saying about your goals and your dreams, and I'm always saying that people had to visualize building that. They had to visualize that before they started it. It had to be all drawn out on paper and a plan, and the people that visualized that had an unbelievable foresight and unbelievable vision. And this is what I'm saying, have we that vision, have we that foresight to dream those dreams and to follow our ambition in life and follow our retirement and do what we want to do. Come along and see this and see what we can do in our lives. It is so magnificent to be here on this absolutely beautiful June day here in Istanbul, and I'll just show you across to see there's a young couple there posing for photographs. I don't want to interfere with them. As soon as they're finished, you'll probably just see a boat coming in across the on the sea there. Another one out further. It's a magnificent view. I think people here wants this spot. It's a very popular spot for taking photos, so I don't want to delay too long there. You can see more of the palace up there. As I said before about this camera and this phone, I need to get a better system if I'm going to continue putting up YouTube videos than this. But this is what I'm dealing with now. I'll try to invest and look at what better ones I can do and get. But aiming here again with another opportunity to do something in your retirement. Get out, live it, whether you have an hour or 10,000 hours or 200 or 50 years to live. Live every day to your best. Stay safe, stay positive, and do what you can do good in life and make it life worthwhile. Eamon, again, thanks for everybody that supports my videos. Give me your likes, give me your support, give me a thumbs up, and thanks to everybody that looks at them. Eamon from Ashdown Farms signing off.